Virgo, hi, welcome to your August 2026 reading. This is for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and any strong placement in your birth chart for the sign of Virgo. Crosswatchers, you are welcome here. If you are interested in a Virgo, please try to remember that these are for the collective, so they are general readings. Don't force messages or situations to fit. If it doesn't resonate, that is okay. Check your other placements and other Virgo readings on this channel. Take what resonates for you there. Leave the rest for someone else who may need those specific messages, okay? Energies can be interchangeable, meaning vice versa, so please use your discretion to put those energies where they best fit in your specific situation. Okay? All of that being said, Virgo, let's get right into this and see what August has in store for you. All right. For Virgo, please. One more. All right. Okay. You have communication in the reverse. Nurture. There's lack of communication here on a situation that needs to be nurtured here. And it could be communication, lack of communication, excuse me, in between you and your child. You and your parent. Okay. Creativity. So you're going to get creative about how you're going to try and bring some of these things, these conversations, this communication to the surface here. It almost kind of feels like you rather do almost anything other than have these conversations, this communication open. You rather deal with your children if the lack of communication isn't with your children. You rather go dance and start a new project. Anything that is going to keep you away from whatever this hard conversation and communication has to do with here. You have cleansing, fulfillment here. Okay. So there are things that are clearing, like energies are clearing and giving you the ability to cleanse things out here, to really give things a good energetic smudging here. And there's some kind of fulfillment coming in here with cycles. Okay, that's flipped in my deck and that's gonna make me angry. Definitely the feeling that something is going to be kind of pulled here front and center. Not necessarily in a very negative way, but something that needs to be addressed here. Something that needs to be spoken on. Alright. Let's get a romance angel. See kind of what's going on in that realm of your life. Okay. You know how we do. Boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, sneaky link, new person. Someone that you just may know. All right, for Virgo, please. Okay. Attraction, okay? You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Okay, there's that creativity, that dancing, that being open to something new here. Engagement, okay? Your love life is ascending to the next phase here, okay? The next stage of commitment. If you're just talking to someone, you might be dating. For some of you who are dating, yes, you're going to get engaged. It's all about evolving here. Okay. Let's get some messages from your spirit guides. See what they are focusing on for the month of August. Trying to get you to focus on as well. All right. For Virgo. Okay. Trust in the wise spirits and your prayers will be answered. Okay. So you're being asked, and I'm guessing it won't be the first time that they've been trying to get you to ask for what it is that you need. Okay. Listen to the voice within when it persists. Virgo, that's your spirit guides there. That is your spirit tribe that is trying to tell you and convey messages back and forth. Listen to those inner voices here. Okay. It is always okay to ask for guidance when the way is unclear. That's what they're trying to get you to do. That's what they're trying to get you to reach back and do. They're letting you know, hey, I'm here. They want you to reach back to let them know that you understand that message. Okay. Share the gift. Share the knowledge. Share what you're learning. You are your purpose. Nothing or anything else is your purpose. You are the purpose, okay? Within you. You don't need to have purpose to do anything else, just you. Your whole purpose in life is you. Everything else that tree branches from that, husbands, wives, children's, families, all of that, branches from you, the purpose. All right, let's get some cosmic insight for you. This is for you, each one of you, to decide what stays, what goes, and what you allow new in, okay, for the month of August. All right, for Virgo, please. Oh, Lord. Okay, manifest. Tell the universe exactly what it is that you want. You have pregnancy, okay, but me as a reader, I don't deal with pregnancy. I use that as, nurturing an idea, something else. Could it be pregnancy? Absolutely, but I personally do not deal with that. If you think it's a possibility, go get a test, go to the doctor, okay? Caution, okay? Find out more information. Don't overwork yourself here, okay? Moving, okay? Change of residence, moving in with your partner, who may or may not be a liar, because it's shared energy, whatever it is the case. But there's a liar here. Be careful if someone's sneaky. And patient. Just a few more months, good things come to those who wait. Bottom of the deck, narcissist, okay? Someone is too full of themselves. Okie dokie. Two more for Virgo. Virgo, August 2026. All right, I will get these all out, lovies, and then we will go through them. Whew. Okay, overall energy for this reading is the Queen of Pentacles here, okay? Followed by the Magician, the Queen of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, the Lovers, the Eight of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. You have Sagittarius and Capricorn out here. Pisces and Aries. Gemini, and Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Okay, you could very well, you know, you have the Queen of Pentacles is the nurturer as well, so that is like the mother, the single parent. The King and Queen of Pentacles are a representation of the single parent, okay? So there is a nurturing energy here. Some of you most probably are a single parent who are trying to hold it down, doing everything that you can do while you're still maintaining grounding and balance and warmth and love here, okay? You are manifesting, okay, some action, some things that you've wanted to create here. You are now wanting to do it. You are in a position, you have the self-confidence and the clarity that you need to manifest what it is that you want here. Even though you allow a little bit of the insecurities and the stall, if you will, and the lack of drive to manifest what it is that you want, you could do it. And there is some underlining jealousies here, okay? There's disharmony here with this Three of Pentacles in reverse here. Feeling like you're doing all the work alone. So whatever stable foundation you were trying to build, you feel like you're doing it on your own. And it's turned it into more than one or two people conflict here. Okay, and for those of you who are dealing with something at work, yeah, it's about to fall through. It's about to hit. Okay? But there is love here, okay? But there's also a decision that needs to be made here. And this decision could be made in between your person and another person, your head over heart, whatever the case is. There is a decision that needs to be made, okay? And it could just be simple picking yourself or choosing to pick them and not being so one-sided or one-minded about the situation. But there is negative thoughts here. There is self-sabotage here. There is self-restriction. There is self-imprisonment, however you want to look at it. There is a victim mentality here, okay? There is the feeling of being entrapped, even though you're not willing to see the bigger picture here. You're not willing to remove the blindfold here. You are purposely keeping yourself from seeing things as you should here. Because there is love here. You do have love. But for whatever reason, either you've been a single parent or on your own for so long, doing it on your own and going through the struggles and suffering silently here, that you're not speaking on it. You're not speaking on it. You rather just continue to nurture, get creative, go out and touch grass and dance and do all that shit, then clear it out, smudge out the energy, and you're going to take that as fulfillment without having a conversation here. All right, Virgo. But this lack of drive here, almost kind of like a feeling of depletion here, Virgo. All right. Let's clarify the Queen of Pentacles, please. And the overall. Yeah. You want to have this connection. You are understanding that there is love there. But you also can't just nurture your children and yourself. You also have to reciprocate and continue to pour in. There is love here. Most certainly. And you're trying to manifest the actions and the movements that needs to get you clear to do that. All right. Let's see. Queen of Wands in reverse, please. Yeah, the World. Something has come to completion, okay? Cycles have ended here. Doors have been closed, so whatever cycle you were on, whatever roller coaster you were on, it is now time to close that chapter out. You've completed it. And when you complete something, don't leave the door even cracked a little. Just let it go. Because what it does is you keep that door open and it's going to keep siphoning that energy from you. All right, Three of Pentacles in reverse here. Six of Swords. Yeah, the reason that things feel like it's kind of on shaky grounds right now and that things are in disharmony, whether it's in the connection or whether it is at your place of work, the reason is because the conflict, okay, has caused so much that you're trying to push yourself away from the disharmony. You want to go back into calmer grounds with this. You don't want to argue. You don't want to, you just don't want to carry it with you no more. Whatever the disagreements are, whatever the breakdown is, whatever the misunderstandings are, you don't want to keep carrying that with you, whether it's in your work area or your connection. For some of you, it is going to be work. All right, let's get one more on that. Let's fill that in a bit more here, Spirit. Yeah, the Ten of Wands. The reason that you want that the breakdown has happened is because, again, that Ten of Wands here, that is completion again. Something is completing. Cycles are completing here. Something was more burdensome than helpful here. So allowing that to just move yourself out of that energy, whatever the disagreement was, the misunderstanding, the having to work alone, the building the foundation on your own, whatever the case is here, it's too heavy. You don't want to carry it no more. All right. Lovers, please clarify. King of Cups in reverse and the Three of Cups in reverse. There's not going to be an apology. Okay, for something that has happened, and it happened within a third-party situation here. Some of you had a third-party situation at work. Some of you had a third party with a friend. Whoever is waiting for the the apology here, I think some of you suspect it more than have the proper information on it. That's a whole book. We're not doing that. Some of you suspect, but aren't for sure on it. But absolutely. Okay. Well, that's going to be a cluster for this month. 8 of Swords, please. And that's why there's that feeling of self-restriction here. The Hierophant. But you want a higher commitment. You are keeping yourself imprisoned because you so desperately want that higher commitment here. That evolvement from boyfriend, girlfriend into, fiance, whatever the case is, you want that. And you're keeping yourself blind to the things that are happening kind of, sort of behind your back, I suppose. Let's do the Ace of Cups here, please. Three of Pentacles again. There is going to be a shift here, I think. Oy. Some of you are going to end up trying to have something new and more evolved with someone else. And it's going to cause conflict here. You're going to fight for this connection here, this new, because it's showing that it can be more stable here. That somebody wants to build that foundation here. And really be a partner. Yeah, there's disappointments that are going to be had here. Someone is observing the situations for what it is. Someone's still defending their actions here. But they're going to be cold and detached from the situation here. Okay. A choice needs to be made here. And if you want this connection to work, you have to see things. You have to stop sabotaging, and you have to take the blindfold off. And you have to get on board with them with moving things away from the chaos and the heaviness, okay? And let these cycles complete and be completed, okay? Because if you keep reopening it, whatever the disagreements were and the things that you personally just refuse to see. All right, let's close this out for Virgo here. For Virgo. Flames of desire. Let them shine out in radiant light and shun dark paths. Yeah. When you keep yourself blindfolded, you can't really see, one, the path that you are supposed to be on, the things that you desire, the things that you want, the things that are burning right in front of your face, the things that are happening that shouldn't be happening here in an evolved relationship here in between two people. All right, Virgo, that is what I have for you. I hope this helps. Please like, share, and subscribe. And like always, I will see you in the next.